accidents may lead to a seriously damaging fall. Danville Neuropathy Center has a proven, exciting treatment for peripheral neuropathy that repairs and regrows damaged nerves. It's FDA cleared, and because of its success, Medicare and most major insurances cover the treatment. Don't risk your health any longer. Call 925-270-1460 to schedule an appointment or visit DanvilleNeuropathyCenter.com. That's 925-270-1460. We are a COVID-compliant facility.
News headquarters in New York City. Always seeking solutions, never sowing division. It's Brian Kilmeade.
Brian Kilmeade here. Thanks so much for listening to the Brian Kilmeade Show. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. We're heard around the country, around the world, but I come to you from 48 and 6 in Midtown Manhattan. So we have a big hour coming your way. Michael Goodman standing by for the New York Post. New York Post did something fascinating. I never saw it before. The Jets upset the Buffalo Bills, are odds-on favorite to win the AFC and get to the Super Bowl. And the Jets beat them 2017. They say if the Jets can come back, have a 13-play drive, and score a winning score, then hold off the Buffalo Bills, why can't Zeldin beat Hochul? Okay. Will Hurd at the bottom of the hour. So let's get to the big three.
Now with the stories you need to know, it's Brian's Big Three, sponsored by Crunch Fitness. Interested in owning your own business in a growing $30 billion industry? Check out Crunch Fitness at crunch.com.
Number 3.
There are two Elons that we're seeing. There's the public Elon that's, trolling and saying $8 please on all the complaints about some of the shifts in the moderation and other activities. Then there's what's happening behind the scenes.
That is a cyber expert called Christopher Krebs talking about the Twitter takeover. It's been bold, but it's also been bumpy for Elon Musk. From hiring to billing to new rules, changes afoot. I'm still all in, though.
Number 2.
Everybody, I promise you, in the very next very, very, very short period of time, you're going to be so happy, okay?
2024 race officially begins whenever the midterm results are confirmed, but one candidate has made it clear he is in, and a major name makes it clear he is not, and it's not Ron DeSantis.
Number 1.
The conduct of the candidates and the quality of their individual messages and their individual campaigning can oftentimes make a big difference one way or the other. And I'm looking for the surprises on Tuesday night.
Call Rove. Surprises. 24 hours and counting until midterm madness ends and the counting begins. We look at the issue that matters most, more than anything else, and what party is looking as better equipped to tackle it. And I'll give you a clue. It's all about the economy. And the economy overwhelming is the number one issue. And so far, if you look at the 40 million whose votes are cast, 125 million expected to vote, which would be tremendous, I think, for a midterm. Overwhelmingly, the thing that people are concerned about is the economy. For Republicans, 52% say you are better equipped to handle the economy. Democrats, only 38% think you are. Inflation, only 38% think Democrats are equipped to get inflation down, where 50% say Republicans are. When it comes to education, believe it or not, Democrats have a slight lead. When it comes to crime, 54% say Republicans will pick, 34% say Democrats. And most of those issues have been legitimate Republican issues. Joining us now to discuss this and more, Michael Goodwin. Michael, welcome back.
Good morning, Brian. Thank you.
Should the Republicans feel confident they're going to get both houses?
Certainly the House. The Senate, obviously, I think is a tighter fit. Real Clear Politics has been pretty bullish on the Republican chances, saying 4 pickups. That would be remarkable. But I think if I had to bet, I would say definitely the House, and I would hedge on the Senate, but I think more likely than not, the Republicans will have a small advantage in the Senate.
That would be interesting. That means a lot of close races would flip their direction, from Herschel to Dr. Oz to, of course, Laxalt out in Nevada. And you got to be able to hold seats in North Carolina, and flip a seat would certainly help if Baldock has closed in on Maggie Hastings with 1 or 2 points out. So there's a lot of things that have to happen, and we got to remember where the polling is.
Right. You know, Brian, one of the things I'm looking forward to is that if you think of this 2-year Biden presidency, right there, we had a couple of early elections, the governor's race in Virginia. We've had some special House seat elections. So, and we've done all this polling. So all of this adds up to tea leaves, really. Finally, tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, we won't have to read tea leaves anymore. We'll have real answers. We'll have real results that talk about the Democrats' control of these last 2 years. And the numbers you were citing in the polls, I mean, I've seen others of more gaps. I mean, the idea that 38% think the Democrats have the answer on crime or on the economy, I've not met any of those people. I don't know anybody who thinks the Democrats have an answer on crime. In fact, they are the party that created the crime wave. They enabled it. Their policies enabled it, nationally as well as locally. So it just boggles the mind that there's even a close call on some of these issues because the Democrats have had all the power. You look at New York, you look at Washington, you look at all the blue states. The Republicans have no say in some of these big issues that are troubling the country. And so if this is not a referendum on Democratic control and Democratic policies and Joe Biden's leadership, I don't know what would be.
Yeah, so unbelievable. If you want to know how little people think of the president, they have him in Maryland today to go help out Maryland Governor Wes Moore as a contender. He's up by 25 points, and he and the First Lady will be there. So Wes Moore will be there, Chris Van Hollen will be there in Maryland, where the former president of the United States is going to rally in Ohio, where J.D. Vance is in a pretty tough fight. And also over the weekend, he was in Pennsylvania. The only time that Joe Biden went to Pennsylvania was when Barack Obama was there ahead of time. But I want you to hear he was there too. But fast forward to New York, if there's going to be upset, and Governor Pataki is indicating that the ground feels a lot like his when he won, and he says that that Lee Zeldin's done a much better job securing Western New York. He was kind of ignoring, and now he's back into the city. So now crime is a major issue. We saw Hochul punt on it during the debate. Bill Clinton thinks he's helping with these remarks. Cut 11.
Lee Zeldin, he makes it sound like Kathy Hochul gets up every morning, goes to the nearest subway stop, and hands out billy clubs and baseball bats to everybody who gets on the subway, doesn't he? It looks like he's auditioning to replace Dwayne Johnson in all those movies.
I mean, to me, this is some of the most... I sat there, my jaw was on the ground. He thinks he's helping? Does he think he's helping?
Well, what he's doing is just reinforcing the disastrous Hochul message that crime is not that big of a deal. I mean, if you want to try to downplay the crime issue in New York, be my guest, because everybody who lives here knows what it's like. And this is where I think the political class, there's this great disconnect, Brian, and that is that people don't feel safe. And the politicians, they feel safe because they have armed guards with them, or they don't have to ride public transportation, or they're not personally feeling this, and that's where they make the mistake. I mean, this is what Bill Clinton used to be good at. I feel your pain. Now he doesn't feel New Yorkers'
Now he
pain.
mocks it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's the problem that Hochul herself has fallen into, is that she doesn't feel this.
But Michael, if you ran for office,
real.
if I put Michael Goodwin running for office right now, you wouldn't need a chief of staff to tell you what matters. You'd read the papers, talk to the people, and you'd say, guys, this is my message. But this woman, all she does is raise money. She doesn't walk around and meet anyone. She thought you would just coast. And by the way, it's scary to think what she'll do next if this is how she acts if she's trying to get reelected or elected for the first time. Get this, ABC did a poll. Only 18% say they're better off now than they were 2 years ago. 18%. 28% approval does Joe Biden have among independents. He's got overall 41% approval. I can't believe that. You talk about missteps. Listen to this misstep. Here's John Fetterman talking this weekend. Obviously, he's had a stroke. But if he has 5-minute rallies, now he's got surrogates. I don't even think he's showering. He looks like an absolute mess. Cut 15.
We're going to need every one of you to vote and tell your friends and your families to make sure you're willing to make sure you